everyone, and welcome back to Watermelon Movies. So recently we heard the unfortunate news that we would have to wait for another year if we ever want to see the Avatar sequel. However, we have also received some peeks and photos of the ongoing production of this movie. And we can't help but notice that they are doing great work with this one. But how great is this movie expected to be? We are here today to tell you how Avatar 2 will change movies forever. If you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to be notified every time we post a video, hit the bell and you'll have some of the very best movie content drop straight to your phone. We all have seen the incredible 2009 CGI movie and how it changed movies in that period. I mean, if becoming the highest grossing movie of all time and making an unprecedented visual effects-based movie is not enough to change the industry, you tell me what is. It took James Cameron 15 years to finally introduce us to the wonderful world of Pandora. And this tells us two things. The first is that this man is really persistent and won't tolerate imperfections. He made the Titanic and it was later the highest grossing movie, and he kept working since then, preparing and waiting for the right technology to make his vision come true. The second is whatever comes next from Cameron would be worth watching with zero questions. The technology Cameron had to wait for was mainly concerning the motion capture. Although he didn't invent it, he was brave enough to use it, and use it in the best way in his time. You see, it's so popular now to use this technology that some productions even depend on it completely to make characters and scenes out of nothing. You can see that in Game of Thrones' dragons, Marvel's movies, and popular video games such as The Last of Us. You may think of movies that were made before Avatar and used the same technology, but did they use it as well as Cameron did? You can tell the difference in the visual effects and the facial motion capture that was used in the movie. New equipment was used, specifically designed studios were made, new techniques of filming were used, and a lot more methods were followed by Cameron that resulted in a never-before-seen movie. All of this would make you eager to see how Cameron is going to blow our minds this time. So what should we expect? It's rumored that this movie will be about Sully and Neytiri's children and their adventure discovering Pandora, mostly where water is, as stated by Jon Landau. How would a James Cameron movie introduce the underwater Pandora? Instead of imitating water, he chose to actually film underwater. You can imagine how the actors must have felt filming the whole movie wearing motion capture suits while being underwater. He also taught them to hold their breath for longer periods of time. Cameron also built an entire set where they can perform the submerged scenes realistically. You can imagine how the underwater tech is going to impact the industry. But why is water simulation such a hard thing to do? The past decade witnessed a huge development in CG making. We've seen a lot of characters and places that were completely created, but most of them were on the surface, right? Simulation of water takes a lot more effort to make, and we have seen that clearly in Aquaman. It was good, but not as perfect as Cameron would want it to be. So this new technology is going to change everything when shooting underwater. And a huge part of the credit goes to James Cameron. This is awesome, except for the part where we have to wait 2 years for the movie, as a huge production like that must take time. The delay is in Disney's favor though, as they wouldn't allow their $1 billion movie to lose in the box office due to the pandemic. We can see this policy crystal clear in delaying Black Widow until May next year. And they are right. I mean, Mulan cost them a lot and was a failure when it comes to profits. All in all, we are not only going to see a spectacular movie, but we're also going to enjoy the new technology in more movies over the next decade. Cameron has proven he is worthy of the time and money spent on his productions, and most importantly, worthy of his fans' attention, even if they have to wait for 13 years. And that's all. Make sure to share your thoughts, predictions, and theories down in the comments. Also, don't forget to tell us about the topics you'd like us to cover in the future, subscribe, and hit the bell for more and more awesome videos. Stay safe, everyone.